Let's talk about this because the difference between Operation Paperclip, which brought over Yahtzee intellectuals into the United States, is that these are nobodies. These are nobodies, white South Africans, who are literally being welcomed to the United States for being oppressed white people, which is equivalent to rewarding them for white supremacy not succeeding in South Africa. Now, what you have to acknowledge is that these Afrikaners who will be coming to the United States are already white supremacist extremists. Their ancestors literally went to an African continental country and said, oh, the majority of people here are black, but no, this belongs to whites. Similar to the United States, right? So this is a gift to white supremacy and encompassing them as refugees into the United States, which is wild because we criticize our current refugee population saying that they're nobodies when South African Afrikaners are nobodies. They're not even intellectuals, they're not even talented. A lot of these are low income, a lot of these are working class. And they're not even experiencing oppression. The only oppression they're experiencing is the fact that they didn't stay in Europe. And again, apartheid in South Africa was a white creation, so it is a legacy from their own ancestral sadism and international crimes. What's occurring is similar to what has occurred in Palestine. Manifest Destiny, the same as Zionism, is C to Shining Z, right? A takeover of a territory by a certain population that is white. Look at how many illegal Israeli settlers live in the territory of Palestine. So this isn't even Israel. This is what they want. They want to replace Americans of color with white South Africans and white refugees from other places. But these aren't even high-skilled talent. These are nobodies. So I need you to understand that this is a militia of white supremacists that they want to bring into the United States so that they can contribute and be lawless with this government. In the hierarchy of oppression, South African Afrikaners do not take a priority in getting refugee to the United States of America. The only reason they got priority is because they're white. But again, the struggles that they're facing is from their own actions and the actions of their ancestors. Of course, the reason why it's being prioritized is because of Elon Musk, who himself thinks his wealth on apartheid. I saw a post where it's funny that the Vatican got an American Pope and the United States got a Russian president, but we also got an Israeli president. We also got a white South African president. With that said, we have to ensure that these groups are being shunned from our American society because these are bad actors and they're only coming here for a takeover of white supremacy. They couldn't get South Africa, so they know that in only being white, they can achieve greatness in the United States. Unlike South Africa, where they have to live in poverty, and the United States, just being white, they can achieve success. This is a white supremacist takeover. This is a readaptation, a try again of Manifest Destiny and eliminating the white man's burden. I've said this time and time again. This is a restoration of what they lost. So the fact they're mad that slavery was abolished, the fact they're mad that the Confederacy was ended, the fact they're mad that the Articles of Confederation was ended, which gave states much more rights over the federal government. This is their restoration of it, even if not codified into the Constitution. So this is our reality where they are reshaping how our constitutional republic is. They are whitening it up like Israel has done to Palestine in order to then, from the inside, commit a takeover that will continue for years and years to come, decades. And here's why I understand why we're not a pure democracy, because over 250 million Americans identify as white, which means that the majority of Americans can pass and actually achieve greatness in a United States that truly utilizes being of color and being disenfranchised, non-white, as a reason to remove you from opportunities, which is what's being happened, right? And in that reality, we need our white allies to actually stand up. If we need 13 million people on the streets and over 250 million identify as white, who do you think should be in the streets? Complain about martial law, but Karen isn't going to be beat as much as Carla Hayden, as much as Juan Ortiz. We are having a silent takeover, and what the Heritage Foundation president said that the revolution will be as bloodless as the left allows it to be is happening. And the Democratic Party is split in opposition. Every state is for themselves. We don't have a unified bloc. And we as the people, we're just waiting for the traditional channels to work. Scottish will help. Well, Scottish hasn't stopped the transgender military discrimination because there will be things that because the Constitution is insufficient, there's no restrictions against it, which means that technically it's lawful, just like the Holocaust was. That was lawful. So we have to acknowledge that the white South Africans who are coming are literally just foreign agents who are here to help disenfranchise non-white Americans, and they just on being white alone will have more access to opportunities and to success than actual Americans. Why? Because they share the oppressed reality of Elon Musk not having won the apartheid victory. They're sorry losers who couldn't succeed in their takeover of South Africa, so they're coming to the United States to finish it off, to complete Manifest Destiny. Now, what we're going to do about it, that's the question.